And then I said gabagool.
Ha! Gabagool.
Gabagool. Hey, I'm Omer.
I'm Trevor.
And this is old
I'll tell you.
Graps.
Graps.
Forget about it. Today we're gonna talk about one of the greatest things in the world, and that is Tony D'Angelo, the greatest professional wrestler of all time. And look, I just want to call out, we got my boy Big Tony Manzano. Shout out to Tony Manzano in the chat for the culture. All right,
Tony
representing
Manzano.
representing the good Italian Americans. But first, I'm gonna go to my other Italian paisan. Trevor, how you doing?
I'm very thirsty because it's hot outside, but I'm good.
Oh, look,
Good.
you start the man's thirsty. Get him some water. What are we doing? What kind of rinky dink show are we running here?
This is my fault because I was talking about Sopranos before. I'm sorry.
And Tony says he's not Italian, he's Hispanic. My bad, Tony. My bad. My bad. Look, we are all people.
I'm
We are all
Spaniard.
people on this planet. You know, but the Italians have the best food of anyone. Let's be honest. All right, we not like. I mean, come on.
Italian
Well,
food
what did
is
what do the
fantastic.
Danes have? The Danes got what? The fricadellas. What the hell is a fricadella?
I feel like we're gonna be so demonetized.
How you doing? We got we got Cody Rhodes era. Yo, what's up from Scary Movie? How you doing?
Hate him so much. What's up, everybody?
So we got a lot of wrestling to talk about today, don't we?
Is this the tone for today?
Apparently, this is what we're gonna do now. This is what we
Huh?
doing. How you doing?
Yeah, what's up? I'm actually doing a podcast. Sorry.
We got look at the interruptions. This is look in the old country anyway. We're not gonna go there. Um, we got we got a lot to get into today, so I'm gonna stop with the accent. Although it may come back, you never know. Shout out to
No,
all
no.
my Italians. We got Tony M in the chat, Anthony M, sorry, in the chat saying, "Do you guys think Tony's gonna replace Stocks with another guy, maybe someone from WWE ID by changing the ring name, maybe Sam Holloway or Mateo Santoro?" I have no idea. I have absolutely no idea.
Me either. I have no clue
Who
what he's gonna do.
Tony? Who is Stocks? Let's start there.
Who's stuck?
Who is Stocks? And how do we do? I forget about it. Forget about it. You
Don't
know what?
forget
Just
about
forget about it. We got Prime Light. What's the deal, fellas? Love the accent. Look, it's not an accent. It's a way of life. All right, it's a
it.
way of
Way
life. All right, let me stop with this fucking accent. All right, but we got a lot to talk about today. Big week for AEW. They not only had their first big sellout in a while now for a Dynamite show, but on top of that, they also AEW did, Collision did 700,000 live viewers this past week. We'll talk about that. We'll talk about so much more. We also got to get into the WWE stuff. Still dealing with the fallout of the Triple H Rock feud that seems to be permeating throughout the professional wrestling scene. We're going to talk, of course, about the build-up to AEW Double or Nothing coming up, which I have some very strong thoughts on, and I'm interested to hear what
Yeah.
everyone else has to say as well. And on top of that, we're going to talk about a lot of other stuff, whatever the hell else you guys want to talk about. Put it in the chat. Y'all know how it works. Trevor, how you doing? Actually, how you doing?
Good, man. Good. Just tired, as always, but pretty good. How about yourself?
Bro, I'm cooked, but we here. We live. We
We
in
we
it.
we here. We here.
We Daniel is really on this. AEW needs to run Yankee Stadium. My guy, they can barely sell. They can barely sell tickets for what's it called? For Grand Slam or not Grand Slam for All In. If they've sold 14,000 tickets. Yes, Daniel, I see your chats. Don't worry. Yeah, they sold 14,000 tickets for All In Texas. So they got a little bit of work to do, you know. Should they bring back Rampage? Hell no. Hell no.
Hell no. Rampage, no.
Hell no.
I'm fine without Rampage.
You know what they should do? Bring back AEW Dark. Put that up on YouTube.
Dark was good, man. I actually really like Dark.
My favorite thing about AEW Dark is that you would have some funny ass moments because there was a match. God bless him, Cody Rhodes, when he wrestled a match on Dark. He wrestled a match on Dark under a mask. And Trevor, this man went to wild lengths to hide the fact that it was him. Because, of course, despite the mask, right? You had the fact that he had a big ass like skull American like crossbones, tattoo smack dab on his neck. So he covered the tattoo up. Like he had like I don't know what he did.
I forgot about that actually. I remember seeing that match. I think me and you talked about that.
It was him and Fuego del Sol. And then Bryan Danielson came out as Fire Ant.
Yes.
It's crazy. It's crazy. We got Daniel saying Yankee Stadium will sell out because the location, it's been 7 years. I think it'll hit different than Texas. I don't disagree that the location's big, but I'm talking about like just the reality of like where they are in the market. Like they ran the New York market recently as September. And for another pretty historic venue in the Arthur Ashe Stadium over in Queens, they sold 8,000 tickets, which is like obviously significantly down from where they were a year ago in 2022, where they sold 11,000, and then obviously a year before that where they sold, 20,000.
Yeah, I mean, like the location is not the problem. I mean, and it's Yankee Stadium. It will sell, but at the same token, they haven't done well at live stadiums like that so far. So,
we'll talk about them doing pretty well in another stadium that they're running. Well, another arena they're running. I love how JM is trying to bring back the nostalgia of like 2021 AEW. Do you guys think they will bring back the FTW belt officially? It just went away.
Yeah, it just went away. It just went away. Like maybe in another promotion, possibly, but not now. Right now, it's put away, tucked away like a little baby.
Nah, keep that belt off TV. Get that belt up out of there. Send it back to the what is it? The Red Hook or whatever section of New York.
The Red Hook.
Send it back over there. No. Don't send it back to Brooklyn where it belongs. All right. And speaking of Brooklyn, all right, we got Michonne. How you doing, Michonne?
How you doing?
All right,
Michonne, what's up?
All right, let's talk about the big thing that we got to talk about here. Cody Era mentions it. First question: AEW plans to run Mexico in 2026. Which venue will they go to? Well, Trevor, before we answer this, I do have a bit of news for you. So,
news.
AEW they haven't really had like a. Okay, let me preface this. A sellout doesn't really exist in professional wrestling anymore, or it seldom exists, in professional, like a real sellout, right? Like you can have like venues packed to the brim and all that kind of stuff, but
right.
A sellout doesn't exist because at the end of the day, there's always going to be seats available for any wrestling show. That depends on how they configure the arena or whatever. AEW Grand Slam Mexico legitimately sold out. I think that they just opened up some like standing room only seats, but like virtually a sellout. So for those of you who do not know, AEW is running Grand Slam Mexico in Mexico City at the very historic Arena Mexico over there. That is where CMLL has all their big shows. And in a matter of 2 days, they basically sold out the joint. Now, it's going to be for a special live edition of AEW Dynamite, which means this will be the first AEW Dynamite outside of live outside of the U.S. or Canada. So a big deal there for that market. And on top of that, it's going to be one of the biggest Dynamites they've had as far as attendance goes. I would say it's like they're probably going to end up having like between 13 to 16,000 people there, depending on the mapping and how that configures. The Arena Mexico show usually holds 16,000 for wrestling. I'm not sure how big the stage is going to be or whatever,
Right.
but it's a big deal for AEW. It's a big deal for their market. And look, we can talk about the AEW Australia event. Like, that show still sold 13,000 tickets.
Sure did.
It seems like there is a market for AEW outside of the United States. First of all, Trevor, reaction to this news, and then secondly, should AEW be running more shows outside of the U.S.?
I mean, I'm gonna answer the question backwards.
Okay.
Yes, is as far as AEW outside of the country, they do a great job outside of the country. I mean, and it doesn't hurt that the fact that they have international superstars like Kenny Omega, Tony Storm, Brian Danielson.
International. Bryan Danielson. Seattle is international?
I mean, dude, he wrestled in New Japan.
That's fair, yeah.
I mean, like Kenny Omega is Canadian, so I mean, come on. But that's just a Buffalo extension. Like anyway, but
Buffalo.
but no, like I mean, a lot of these guys have a lot of the international fans have seen these guys before. Like I mean, they've wrestled over the pond, they've wrestled different places, so it makes sense that a lot of these guys are getting that AEW does get the exposure in other countries that it does. Um, I think it's huge that they sold out in Mexico, especially being so that WWE just signed a deal with AAA. So I think it's a big W in the win column for AEW if you're keeping score, or if it matters at this point. But yeah, I mean, it just goes to show you that AEW isn't dead at all. It's still alive and kicking. As much as a lot of WWE fans don't want to admit it, it's still around. It's still kicking.
Yeah. AEW is doing great. I think, I mean, look, All In is going to be a bit of a barometer for them as far as like their max ability in the United States.
Mm,
Right now, they're at 14,000 tickets sold, which is, I think under normal circumstances would be a good number, but you're running a stadium that can hold 30, 40,000 people. So
right.
I think for optics, you still want to get like, 20,000 whatever people in there. Um, but this is really good for AEW. I really do believe that it's really good for them, good for their business, and it means that look, it means that there is an appetite for their brand of wrestling, and that is a good thing. That's a good thing for fans because WWE does one thing, AEW does another, and I think they should kind of be fine staying in those lanes. Does that mean
Yeah.
I want WWE to be better? Sure. Does that mean I want AEW to be better? Yes.
Yes. Yeah.
Get John Moxley up out of there, bro. Ain't nobody care about that world title reign.
Yeah,
Ass.
just get that. Keep him as a wrestler. Get that
Nah,
world title.
nah,
Yeah.
nah. Send that man to Ring of Honor, bro. Send that man. Nah, bro. Let's be honest. Let's talk about it. Send that man to Ring of Honor. I'm done,
that title reign is trash. It really
bro.
is.
It is. This title reign for John Moxley is so bad, Trevor, that I had to deduct points from him on the Shield Legacy rankings.
Yeah, I think everybody has
No,
actually.
no, no. But like it was. I'm like, okay. Before it was like Roman, Mox, and then kind of Seth. But now it's like, Mox has gotten in the midpoint between Seth and Roman.
Yeah,
It's like
yeah,
he
it
has
is,
really
definitely. It's
fallen.
just
He has
how the
fallen,
mighty have
man.
fallen, right?
It's a fallen angel, John Moxley. You should do that. You should come out as like a fallen angel, like fallen angel. Like he ate
I mean,
Christopher Daniels.
what is his next step after this though? Like
Getting
has
Ring of Honor, baby. Send
no,
that
no,
man
seriously.
back.
Has he literally messed up his like I guess stature so much with this title reign? Do you honestly think like he has messed it up that bad that he just can't do anything else after this?
It depends who
That
you
he's
ask.
unmarketable?
Depends. I mean, no. He's always gonna be marketable. He's John Moxley. Um, I think it's more of a question for the behind the scenes stuff. Like,
Right,
if
right. I
this
agree with
was and we don't know, right? I preface it, we don't know. If this is a product of John Moxley being the aforementioned dictator John backstage and saying that, well, we're gonna do this and it's gonna happen. then I think, well, all right, then John Mox, what are we doing here?
Right,
like what are we
right.
doing here? But if this is like, Tony's like big plan of like this is our shield or our bloodline storyline, which man, this is a shitty bloodline ripoff if that's what it
Oh, it
is.
really is. I don't even think you can call this a bloodline ripoff. This is like
It's an insult to
this.
bloodline ripoffs.
This is like NWO Blue or some shit. Like this is just terrible.
We got Caracol in the chat saying good night. Did I hear did I hear that right? 13,000 seats, not bad. Yeah, it was like somewhere between 13 to 16,000 seats that arena holds. So yeah, they sold those tickets fast too. It was a matter of 2 days. We got JM in the chat saying, I know Nick and Matt Jackson personally. Well, send them a message for me. Tell those jabroni jobbers to never interfere with an AEW World Championship match ever again. All right. I was at AEW Dynasty, and it was one of the worst experiences of my life because I love the Young Bucks, but they returned and they cost Square the belt, and I was really upset about it, and I cried. All right. I cried.
A little bit.
No, a lot of bit, and and then you got this other jabroni jobber from the top of Mount Everest. I will be the one to dethrone Moxley. No, you won't. No, you won't, because if you do, then that means that Tony Khan said,
I am going to ruin wrestling.
No, Tony Khan, do not ruin wrestling. Don't let this. Don't let.
I'm ruining wrestling.
God,
I want to be better than AEW, WWE, and I want to ruin it worse.
Nah. But shout out to Matt Nick Jackson. Shout out to Darby Allin, who's on Mount Everest right now.
I'm curious. How do you know Matt and Nick Jackson actually?
I mean, they're marks. Hello, Matt and Nick Jackson are they're marks, guys.
I met them when they were backyard wrestling. I met them a couple times then, but like because I was big into horrible wrestling back then. But I was big into them. I liked them on a backyard scene. I met them a couple times.
Yeah, we got Kara going. Yes, please, JM. Tell those wankers to stop. Just stop. Yo, I'm so sad. Like, I'll be real with you about Matt and Nick Jackson, where I kind of stand with them. And Trevor, I want to hear your thoughts too. Yo, I'm like, I honestly, they are getting like to the level of like go away heat with me with this current gimmick. I hate this gimmick.
This gimmick doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. It's iffy at most, and it's one of those things you're helping someone that doesn't even know why you're trying to help him.
No, I mean, I'm not even talking about that. I'm talking about like Matthew and Nick. I'm sick of these fuckers being heels. Like, I don't understand. Like this,
yeah.
like
they were yeah.
This EVP shit is ass, bro. Let's call it a spade. It's trash.
They were baby faces, then they were heels, then they were heels, then they were heels, then they were faces, then they were heels. Like it doesn't really make a lot of sense.
Nah, bro, we got to get no. First of all, Eric, look, if that is your real name,
Who's Eric?
this is Darby Allin. He said, yeah, they're Eric. Eric, I'm just messing with you because I know you want Ospreay. Look, I don't want Ospreay. AEW as a business needs Will Ospreay to be that world champion because if they wait till Wrestle Dream and do the Darby Allin thing, Trevor, by God. Oh, by God. By God, Trevor.
Completely annoying.
It would be bad. It would be. That's like company killing shit right there.
Oh, hell yeah. Yeah. I mean, to the umpteenth power. That definitely is. That'll kill the hell out of a company real quick.
Yeah. So I guess like the other thing, I mean, where do you, I mean, the Young Bucks, right? Like they are crap right now. Like I think that's a fair assessment, right? What do you do with them right now if you're AEW? Like, do you completely pivot, or do you like slowly, gradually kind of change things up?
The thing with that is so interesting. The concept in general is interesting because here's the thing: they are crap as far as their gimmick and what they're doing right now, but they're still pretty good in the ring. Like I mean, we can't knock the fact that they have in-ring talent, right? But at the same token, it's one of those things that we're like, okay, I'm sick of seeing them. I'm sick of doing this. They're not doing anything. They had some type of momentum when you had they had Jungle Boy with them, like which was Cool. I like that. Now he's nowhere to be found. Now you're just, I don't know what, at this point, pivoting with a new gimmick would work, but at the same token, how do you save it? How do you save them at this point? Like, because like you said, that is a common consensus that most people have, that they are crap right now. Like, one of the most popular tag teams in the world is ass. So I mean, it's possible to save them, but do you really want to do the work to save it?
Yes, you do. I mean, it's bro. You know what I really think this is? I think like somewhere along the way, I don't know who, someone on creative, Tony Khan, got lost in the sauce with this elite lore. Because like a lot of AEW and a lot of the best stuff, I'll give them that, like that AEW has done has been like elite lore, right? Like Kenny Omega, Hangman Page, the Young Bucks stuff. At the same time, my guy, they have abused the elite lore button like over the past calendar year to a very annoying point. I was with them, all right. I was with them when they came out as the EVPs, all right, and they attacked Tony Khan. I was like, all right, cook. This was a fantastic all-time level ending to Dynamite. It's leading somewhere. Then we get the mid kind of like shit in between that, and then they beat down Kenny. I'm like, all right, cool. Another big time moment's gonna come back. And then Trevor.
Nothing.
Look, they had some moments along the way. Like them ripping up documents on their way out of AEW last year was hilarious.
It was absolutely funny as hell.
But it didn't mean anything because it wasn't part of a story. It's just bad, man. It's just bad shit.
It's unfortunately AEW has had a bit of a trail of sorts, of just a habit of sorts, just not like capitalizing on stories that could possibly be good, and like letting them kind of just like dangle and suffocate. Like, I mean, the Death Rider thing, it could have been better. It could have been a lot better. It unfortunately is not. They did not. They didn't water it. They didn't nurture it. They didn't take care of it. It's just, the EVP thing. It could have been better. I mean, you had some good points in it, like you said. They didn't take care of it. They didn't plant the seeds even that like they should have, and it withered.
Dude, it's like the state of like male main event wrestling right now is really bad in the United States.
It really is. It really, really is. Like, honestly, the women are kicking ass,
bro. Like Io Sky, Tiffany Stratton, Tony Storm, Julia,
where I
Roxanne,
watch AEW for Tony Storm.
Bro, they are carrying this industry right now. It is insane. But we got John Cena. John Cena.
I am going to ruin wrestling.
And he did. And he did.
He definitely did.
And he did. Like Jey Uso. Oh my God. Jey Uso versus Logan Paul, bro. You ready?
Okay. So here's the thing. As much trash as I think it is,
yeet.
I think it's an easy feud to develop real quick.
Yeet.
So it works, but at the same time, it's awful.
Yeet.
So, but like I give them credit for giving Jey Uso pretty much a handout, so to speak, to help build this title reign, to see what's gonna come of it. Yeet. But like honestly, no, I definitely would if it was his second title defense or whatever, no, definitely. But for it being a quick feud, a quick title defense, it works. It's still crap and god awful, but it works.
You know what's even worse, bro? I'm looking at this card, right? Okay, look, Randy Orton. Look, it's a pretty solid card overall. Look, they were gonna do Logan Paul versus Jey Uso because they're trying to get the eyeballs on it. Whatever.
Exactly. Like I said, it makes sense. Unfortunately.
It's not for me. I don't know who it's for, but it's not for me. That's fine.
It's definitely not for me. Fuck that shit. It's not for me at all.
But I can see why they would want to do it. Clicks and all that shit. And then you got John Cena versus Randy Orton, which, look, the final time probably. These two are going to face off. I'm down for it. I'll watch it. And Trevor. We gotta talk about what they doing to my boy. My boy Gunther.
You don't want to see the greatest match ever? You don't want to see the best match ever? The best match, the Ring General versus Pat McAfee? You don't want to see that? Dude.
I was so happy. You know what is what my emotions the Raw after Mania were fluctuating like crazy. Because I saw that segment, right? And originally, bro, I was almost deceased.
Right.
Like someone would have had to, like my loved ones would have like needed to identify my remains, because I legitimately was like, oh no, they're gonna do a feud between these two. Oh no, my boy Gunther has fallen off so hard in the past 24 hours. It's crazy.
Exactly.
But then, Trevor, I was like, oh, okay, he's choking out Pat. Okay, Pat's going to the back. I'm like, all right, bet. Then I was like, this is best case scenario. Because I was like, oh, they writing that man off. We getting Corey Graves back. Shout out to, I can watch Raw. Because, bro, you know what I do? I don't watch Raw with the English audio, guys. I watch it with the Hindi audio because I cannot stand Pat McAfee.
I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan. Like, early on, I think we both liked Pat, but like after that, like, nah.
Because he was actually trying then, bro. He was actually not.
Yeah,
now
he's not trying.
Oh, look, this badass son of a bitch. Oh my, holy
shit. I swear he's just saying shit to literally see what he can get away with. I literally think he's just saying,
bro, it is the main event of WrestleMania, and he's just like, oh my god, it's Travis Scott. I'm like, bro. Bro. Dude.
Did you see his impassionate promo last night?
I don't care. I don't give a shit. Bro, I don't care about fucking Pat McAfee. I was so mad, Trevor. I thought we were getting the world. I thought he was like, I'm like, yo, no. I love the Pat McAfee show, bro. I'll listen to that man talk about sports all day long. Hell, I listen to him interview wrestlers all day long as they're not Paul Heyman crashing out. But, my guy, bro, I do not want to hear this man on commentary. So not only do we get him back on commentary last night, he cuts a promo and we're getting Gunther versus Pat McAfee at Backlash. God, what did I do? What did I do?
First, let's talk about this. Gunther, best Intercontinental champion of all time. Gunther, amazing wrestler. Gunther did not have a great World Heavyweight run. We said that. We both agree with that. I thought that was tragic. I thought that was a travesty. Now this. This.
Yeah, they made that man sign on the dotted line on that new contract, and then they were like, ha 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 ha.
Yes. How can we screw him today? Like, I mean, this doesn't make any sense, dude.
Well,
like, and I agree with you. Kevin and Brady, I agree with you. That sounds like a better match. Gunther versus AJ Styles sounds like a way better match.
That's what we not doing. We get Pat back. Bro, there's a good chance Pat goes over on Gunther too.
Oh, you know it is.
If Pat McAfee meets Gunther, that might actually.
I am going to ruin wrestling.
Like, cement it. Triple H trying to ruin wrestling. Like, that would.
Dude, I'm gonna be honest with you. If Pat McAfee beats Gunther, there's a good chance that Raw will no longer be in my rotation. I mean, it's barely in my rotation now, but it definitely will not be.
They about to send Gunther to SmackDown, bro. They about to send this whole feud to SmackDown. What you mean, bro? What you mean? Pat McAfee? No, it's gonna be next. Is gonna be Gunther versus Wade Barrett. Oh man, I mean that match would kind of cook. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm about to say, actually, if Wade still has it,
actually, if he does, yeah. It's been a while since Wade's put on the boots, I guess.
Because I actually enjoy watching Wade wrestle personally, but you know.
Oh no, Kurt! No, Kevin. I need you to stop cooking right now, Mikey.
Hey, you know what? You put too much seasoning in that pot, Kevin.
No. Triple H. No, this is a bad idea. This is actually a horrible idea.
Don't
Do
cook
not
no
do
more,
this.
Kevin. Don't cook no more.
Don't give this man no idea.
It's a little too spicy, man. Don't cook no more.
Oh, could you imagine that? Oh, I would be so mad.
I would hate that.
Bro.
I would hate that so much.
It's bad enough we're getting Goldberg versus Gunther. And Goldberg might still win that match to close his career. Because remember, wins and losses don't matter in WWE anymore. It's about the attraction.
Did they ever matter?
I mean, look, they did for a little bit. Trevor, how you feeling about Seth Rollins' new faction?
It's interesting. It's not like, oh, must-watch TV, but it actually is interesting to see what happens next. They beat the dog shit out of poor Sami Zayn last night, but no, it's definitely entertaining to a degree. It's definitely interesting to see what comes next. But
we got it, bro. I need that Sami Zayn title run today.
At some point.
Bro, I can't wait. Bro, I'm gonna be as giddy as a schoolgirl if Sami Zayn wins that title.
Dude, I ain't gonna shut up for a minute. I love Sami Zayn.
I'm gonna be singing that. Whoa, oh, oh, da, 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 da.
Yeah, of course, man.
Oh man, shout out to
I wonder if when he wins, if El Generico is gonna be in the audience.
Could you imagine El Generico attack Sami? They need to find a way to do that. I want a few.
That'd be a great.
I want Triple H. Look, you want to win me over? You can book your bullshit. Goldberg, fucking Logan Paul, like Prime
do whatever
Energy.
the hell you want, but we want El Generico versus Sami Zayn.
Find a way to make it happen. Look, it is the TKO era. You have the money to do it.
You can do this.
Go down to Mexico. Go to the orphanage. Find El Generico and bring him back.
Bring him back. He's saving the orphans right now, but he needs to come back.
El Generico versus Sami Zayn would be a wild. Would you imagine like imagine them doing that? Like they could do like those split screen promos on Raw, where it's like they're both backstage.
They did. Was it Kenny Omega in the mop or in the broom or
no? It was Kenny Omega. Oh yes, it was Kenny Omega. Literally wrestled a mop, and it was like it was a legitimate 3.5 star match. Kenny Omega once wrestled a 9-year-old girl, and it was like a legitimate 4-star match. Dude,
Kenny Omega can do no wrong in my eyes after that.
Kenny Omega is funny as hell.
Oh my god,
bro! If I'm Tony Khan, that's what I have him do. The international title open challenge. Like literally, just throw like someone throws a broom out there. Kenny's like, "I'll make it work, Daddy."
Got
it. Oh my god. Do you think since Cody Rhodes lost, he will go back to AEW?
His contract is still on.
Yeah, he's got some time on his deal. Cody will go back to AEW one day. It just won't be. It'll be at least like 5-6 years down the line.
Cody right now, I think, is enjoying his time off. Personally.
Yo, but can we talk about how like the Cody Rhodes character is so cooked though in WWE?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
He looks like the biggest geek in the world, bro.
Dude, he looks absolutely pathetic right now, and I really hate that. He looks so bad right now.
Yeah. Who asked for the New Day versus the War Raiders Part 30 next week? Look, man, that's a WrestleMania main event. All right, it's an attraction match,
dude. Like Raw regurgitates matches like.
We are
all the time.
We are back in the Vince era of WWE. We're like, we just rematches.
Miz versus Bobby Lashley happened 35 times. I swear it did.
Michelle says, I want Sammy to go after the WWE title because I feel like Jay go after the world title hurt him because it's a secondary. It's open It's open the WrestleMania 2 years in a row. I mean, I don't disagree. He's just not. He's not going to win the WWE title. Like that's just not going to happen.
He might get the World Heavyweight, but he definitely is not getting the Universal now.
Sami Zayn has more of a chance to win like the AEW World Championship than he ever does the main WWE title. That is not an indictment on Sami. That's just the reality of like the way WWE does it. That that WWE title is like that's the part-timer, long drawn out reign title now. It's just what it is.
They're not gonna give that to somebody that like Sami Zayn or Jey Uso for that matter.
I would have took a break the John Cena match too. Yeah, and I think Cody needs to reevaluate some things. Wall Street Money says, dude, Cody and WWE beat. Hey, Wall Street Money, what's good, bro? Nah, bro, what's good? What's good up in Canada, bro? What's good up in Canada, bro? I know damn well your law school ass is not talking about my lack of aura, bro. I know damn well you're not talking about this again. Bro was in the chat the other day talking this shit, and like he's bringing it back up, bro.
He's been saying it for a couple weeks,
bro. You talking about, bro? You in law school? You talking about you talking about Wall Street Money? Nah, you a recession indicator, boy. I'm ready to cut you up.
Hey, go ahead, bro.
I'm ready to cut you up, boy. Let me chill. Shout out Wall Street Money, but like, hey, bro, you gonna don't come for if you come for the king, you best not miss. Yo, you think Cody's ever gonna turn heel in WWE?
I think he should.
You think he will? Though?
I think he should. I don't think he will. I think it's about time for him to do so now that he's lost the belt. I think because I don't think heel, whatever you call John Cena, is gonna last much longer. Now, here's what makes me laugh, right? Here's what makes me laugh so hard. You have John Cena doing all this heel shit, and then
is this from Austin Powers, the laser beam?
Then on the night before he wrestles in WrestleMania, he is literally talking to the crowd at a DJ event, telling everyone thank you for coming. What? What? Then you have him on a commercial being nice to people. He's a heel. When is the last time MJF was on a commercial? Never.
Hey, he's been in these commercials, but he's been an asshole in those commercials.
Exactly. MJF literally told a little kid to get away from him at a signing.
No. Don't misquote what he did. He signed the thing.
I'm trying to be nice about it.
He signed the thing, crumpled it up, threw it in the kid's face, and then flipped him off.
He did. He definitely did. I'm trying to be nice about it.
MJF is such a dick.
Like, if you're gonna be a heel, be a heel. When Hulk Hogan was a heel, you didn't hear him talking about watch your prayers, say your prayers and eat your vitamins.
I'll say your prayers. No, he did say that. Nah, bro. Hogan's NWO promos were like wild because he was saying the exact same shit. He was like, "Oh, it's the NWO. Say your vitamins, or eat your vitamins. Say your prayers, brother." Like he was just saying the same shit.
It was Hogan's heel run was funny as hell.
You see him and Eric Bischoff cut like an NWO promo on Twitter. They're teasing something big.
Something big and horrible.
I think it's probably gonna be like a podcast.
Probably.
You know, it'd be dope.
Only racists listen to.
You know, it'd be dope if like Hulk Hogan and Eric Bischoff did a podcast where like they just go over like every single one of Hogan's lies.
You know, good and hell well, he doesn't believe he lied about anything.
No. But like, here's my thing: it would be funny as hell if like they like start talking about these stories and like and Hulk just goes, "I never said that, brother." You know, they say, "Look, in like that clip, I said Andre was at least 600 pounds. Nah, at least 8, and I lifted him up right over my shoulders, brother." Trevor, I want to ask you a question. I asked Omar last time if Triple H leaves, do you think it's good or bad for WWE if Triple H leaves?
Honestly, at this point, I don't know because okay, so let's just be honest. Triple H has done a lot of good recently. He's signed some people back. He has booked some good matches. He has. With Vince McMahon was, I mean, at one point was a great booker. I mean, he booked great matches. He booked matches that people wanted to see. But then Vince McMahon got into more of an entertainment process than wrestling because I mean that there's never been really a wrestling company. It's been more of an entertainment company since I can remember. But I think if Triple H leaves tomorrow, the thing is, who would you get to replace him? And that's the thing. Who would you get to replace him? If you get somebody like Shawn Michaels, absolutely. WWE will benefit from losing Triple H. Let's just be honest. But if you can't get someone like Shawn Michaels, then no. But I'm gonna say overall, I think having him here and him leaving and him staying, you have your ups and you have your downs, you have your pros and cons. But overall, I think he should probably stay.
Yeah, I think the biggest issue with Triple H right now is he comes across as a bit complacent.
Yeah, that's the biggest issue. Like nothing drastically has really changed. Like he's done some good things, but nothing like outlandishly good. You know what I mean?
Like my question is like if you put HBK in that spot, right? How long until he's kind of like, because the issue really isn't Triple H, it's more so TKO. How long before like HBK kind of just like, oh well, you can't fight the good fight on everything, brother, and like we just get the same stuff there.
I mean, do you think that Shawn Michaels will get to a point in NXT where the product will be just as bad as
not with NXT because he can do whatever he wants in NXT. Now Triple H is coming in there and he's just like, Shawn, nice talent you got there.
Right.
Be a shame if somebody Stephanie Becker, mine, Julia, mine, Roxanne, mine, Trick Williams, TNA's. My boy said, you watch it. He's like, whoop that Trick over to TNA. Like, yeah. Bro.
Like, it'd be like the seagulls from Finding Nemo. Mine.
Could you imagine if like, bro, could you imagine if they go out there, right? And like Triple H, like big announcement made, they parted ways with Triple H, a new WWE creative director is announced live tonight on SmackDown or some shit. And it's like they got like, Nick Khan in the ring. The Rock is in the ring. And he's like, the final boss is going to announce the new creative director of the World Wrestling Entertainment. And then he points to the ramp and we just hear, oh, you didn't know?
No.
Your hands gonna call somebody. I would, bro. That would be that would be.
I am going to ruin wrestling.
Bro, I love this meme. I love this John Cena. I'm going to ruin wrestling. It's so applicable. It's so applicable with like everything. Oh man.
But you know what? One of the biggest issues with WWE is the final boss.
Hey now. You better watch yourself because the final boss is gonna come. The final boss, baby.
He's one of the biggest issues with WWE. He absolutely is. Like, I hate the fact that he thinks he owns everything and can literally like just ruin everything.
I mean, he ruined
He ruined the WrestleMania match. Let's be honest, he did.
I mean, in part, like Shawn, like look, like Triple H, like the whole everyone ruined WrestleMania. It was a team effort.
No one helped it. No
one helped it. That's because like look, Triple H bare minimum could have like booked that card to be better. Why the hell was that awesome TLC match on SmackDown and not
right? And it was good. It was really good. Actually,
great TLC match, bro. Yeah. The finish of that match is like an all-time level finish. Like, but Montez Ford climbing in through the inside of a ladder, sneaking a win, crazy.
and you wasted by putting it on SmackDown. Like, no, not saying anything about SmackDown, but that was a pay-per-view style match. That it should have been on pay-per-view.
Bro, night
But yet you
night
put
one needed that match. Night one needed that match.
night one and night two both needed. I mean, night
yeah.
night two was better, but night two could have needed something like that too.
My thing is, if you open up with that and not Jey Uso, I think it's a lot better of a
Right.
vibe.
Right.
And you replace it like you get that Viking Raider New Day.
And then you
shit
go
out
and then
there.
you go into like Jey Uso from something like that, right? Like you blah, blah, blah. You use that as opening up, and then like Jey Uso, Gunther, like a palate cleanser or whatever, and then you go into something else. But like it made no sense. You had 3 titles that were not defended. 3 titles that weren't defended, and it made no sense.
Look, brother, those titles weren't going to be defended regardless. Let's be honest.
I mean, no, they barely defend them now. But
yo, real quick, I want to get your thoughts on this. So there's a rumor out here that WWE for the floor for SummerSlam are charging $40,000.
I'm not gonna say.
No,
what,
say it. No, say it.
No. Part of it, I'm not gonna say. I'm gonna say something.
No,
but I'm
say it. Say it. Uncensored.
This is a children's show. But, dude, I better get a massage. I better get food sent to me. Like for 40. You know what I could do with $40,000?
Yeah, 40 grand will get you a lot, boy.
Dude, I mean, come on, like really? And I bet you that car is gonna be absolute ass butter too. I bet it's gonna be terrible. I bet you that card is not going to be worth like $1,000.
My boy, $40,000 for a SummerSlam? Nah, no, TKO, bro.
Come on, bro. Like only because not Nicki Minaj, Cardi B is going to be hosting. Is that it? Is that why?
Bro, ain't nobody give a shit. $40,000 for Cardi B? Ain't no way.
Like I said, I'm not paying $1,000 for it.
Bro, I'm not paying $100 for this. What you mean? Like, what you mean, boy? I'm gonna be watching.
The only reason I'm even looking at tickets to WrestleMania next year is because it's gonna be in New Orleans.
Bro. When I tell you this, I'm gonna be watching Mania. I will be in New Orleans for WrestleMania, guaranteed. With you, you can be inside. I'm gonna watch that shit outside of the stadium on my phone.
I will probably watch. I will probably go for night 1, and that's it.
That's what I'm doing. That's what I'm not doing.
If I do that,
that's what I'm not doing, bro.
Because I know it's going to be crazy in New Orleans that weekend.
Trevor, I promise you this: you can the $10,000 you were gonna spend to what? I was about to say something insanely out of pocket. I can't say that.
That's why I didn't say what I was
about to say.
say.
Something. No. It was a different. I was. Hold up. Let me.
Okay. Oh, we're saying something.
Nah, my boy. That's what I'm not doing.
My boy. My boy. That's what we're not doing.
That's what I'm not doing. We back. I'm back. Shout out to Kenny Baum, Trevor, for the WrestleMania 42 ticket fund. Bro, it was $5 night. You keep that $5, boy. You keep that $5 for the WrestleMania ticket.
And you know what?
Fund.
I'm gonna use it to buy a beignet. Thank you.
That's that. What's that Dave Chappelle? Remember that Dave Chappelle skit where he's like, when keeping it real goes wrong.
Oh yeah.
My boy's a gas station attendant. Someone gives him like $1. He's like, $1? I got kids to feed, and he throws it back in his face.
Hey, no, we can use that $5 to buy po' boys. We can use that.
Bro, that's me after I spent like the $15,000 to go to WrestleMania and watch it up in the nosebleeds. Hell no, bro. Hell no.
Oh my god, bro, that's crazy.
Wild. Oh man, hold up. Oh man, I might have messed that up. Anyway, whatever.
Whatever.
Well, what else we gotta talk about, bro?
I don't know. You tell me, big man.
Yo, what are we? Yo, wait. What are your thoughts? Collision got 700,000 viewers as part of like this thing they're doing with the NBA. Like
So,
they're doing the.
how many views did it get on streaming?
We don't know.
Well,
We
not
don't know.
yet. Okay.
Yeah. But what are your thoughts on like their new strategy? They're kind of like using Collision as like a post show for like their big NBA and
It's smart.
type of games.
It's very smart. I mean, do what makes money at this point. Like, I mean, it's not a sellout thing. It's a business thing, and it makes sense. If it makes sense, what's the old saying? If it makes dollars, it makes sense. You know what I mean? Like, definitely, I would do it. I mean, I think it's a great business strategy.
Yeah, I mean, okay. Here's my thing, bro. Here's my thing. If we like Collision is a good show, I always enjoy it.
Right.
I think this is the best case scenario for Collision, to be honest with you. Like they should use it to prop up AEW as a brand, use it as an opportunity. Because at the end of the day, like you had like over 1 million people tune in for the first half hour of Collision, which never fucking happens. Never fucking happens.
Not at all.
On live viewers. So I think that there's more because you got the MLB, you have the Stanley Cup playoffs coming up. If I'm Warner Brothers Discovery, I'm using every opportunity I can to like plug Collision during those hours. I don't care if it's like 11 p.m. It's gonna be way more viewers than Collision would get on its own, and on top of that, it's gonna be way more than whatever the hell else you would put in that time slot. You know?
It makes perfect sense to me. Like honestly, I think, like I said, it's a great business sense. It's great business strategy, honestly.
Big business.
And I had a question for you, man. Why the hell your Cleveland Cavaliers do that to the Heat, man? Y'all had to do that to them like that.
Wait,
Y'all had to whoop their ass like that.
Hey, hold on. We whipped. I tuned out of basketball. I tuned out of everything.
They beat the dog. They beat the dog shit out.
I knew we won the series, but hold on. Let me see what the dog. Oh shit, 138 to 83 is crazy.
Yeah, bro. And like halftime, y'all up by like 50.
Damn, we put up 43 in the first quarter. Hey yo.
Y'all beat the yo. That was like what 78 to like 30 and going.
Oh damn, this wasn't even like, dude. Oh damn, Donovan. This wasn't even like a Donovan Mitchell like performance. This was we just dog walked them. The entire team just dog walked them.
I'm trying to tell you, they called y'all mama a name. That's what they did. They called y'all mama a name.
My boy. Hold on, how my boy? Damn, Tyler Hero had 4 points.
Damn.
Nah, bro. We need to.
Hey, bro.
Nah, bro.
I'm trying to tell you.
I'm sorry, bro. This.
They called your owner a name, and Cleveland Cavaliers didn't like it. That's what happened.
Bro, this fucking. I got thoughts on Tyler Hero. We'll talk about that later, though. Am I the only one who thinks Tony Khan should be a heel character? Walshy Money says, "Am I the only one who thinks Tony should be a heel character on TV? Tony Khan should be a heel character on TV." Trevor.
I think he already is. I think he's the most underrated heel character in wrestling history.
He is. Tony Khan is a heel. Tony Khan is definitely a heel.
He's the nicest heel I've ever met, but he's a heel nonetheless.
Bro, imagine like you know who especially thinks he's a heel? Anyone who has to do an interview with him. Because he's just like, he never answers a question. He's just like, this is great. And it's like, hey, Tony, so what happened with CM Punk? You know, we had a great relationship. Unfortunately, things didn't end how I wanted. But you know what? Things are going to end the way I want. On Dynamite this week, Wednesday night, live on TV. I'm just like, bro, nah, bro. Like if
he doesn't answer anything.
Nah, bro. If I ever interview Tony, I'm sure I'm going to hit him with the, bro, Tony, I'm going to let you finish. But Triple H had the best main event booking of all time. Of all time. Oh, man. What else, man? Yo, what do you think about the way they're building towards Kenny and Okada?
It's weird, right?
Yeah.
You would think that it would be a little, I guess, a little smoother, right? but it's kind of rough. It's kind of a rough one. Like there's history there, of course, so you would think it would be easier to build to it, but I think the way they're building it is very awkward, super rough. Um, yeah, I don't know. I don't completely like it though.
It feels like they're aura farming. like it feels like they're on some WWE shit where there's like, and then Okada comes out, and then Kenny comes out. Ah, look at this. You guys want this? Like, and I'm just like, yeah, I want it, but like, I mean, look, I'm not gonna complain because at the end of the day, that's all the buildup I needed for Bryan Danielson versus Will Ospreay. Those two just like Brian just coming in saying like, I want to wrestle you, and we'll be like, "Hi, bro, I want to fucking wrestle you too, mate." That's all I needed. Like, so I'm fine with it, but like, man, come on, bro. These two had, in my opinion, the greatest wrestling match of all time. We could do a little something. We could do a little something here, you know.
Absolutely, I agree. Like it's something they can do, but I don't know. It feels like they're not doing what they need to do.
Shout out to Wall Street Money. Who's gonna pay the $40,000 for SummerSlam? Just Brian going. Yeah, he said, "Who is going to pay $40,000 for SummerSlam? Just Brian." Going to the bank for a loan as we speak. Shout out to my resident WWE representative, Just Brian, who is definitely going to be going to the bank for a loan for that show. That's crazy.
Absolutely, that's hilarious.
Oh man, bro, these ticket prices are insane though. Like
they are. And I feel like they get more expensive the worse the card is.
No, Triple H is just like, look, brother, bad blood. All right, we're gonna send Road Dogg back out there one last ride. Road Dogg and John Cena, and that's the card, brother.
That's
like, it's like $400 to get in. How you doing? Like, oh my god, it's so cooked. It's so cooked, bro. It is like, it's actually insane how crazy like these ticket prices are. I just, man, it's crazy. Thank God for AEW, bro. I went to Dynamite in Baltimore-ish, a couple of weeks ago. $30.
Not bad.
$30, and I had pretty good, decent seats. I was like right there. Meanwhile, it's like $3,000 to sit where I would sit at a WWE show.
Dude, I haven't really been to a WWE show in years, to be honest with
bro,
you.
I mean, like I'm gonna be real with you. The experience, you know who it's really marketed towards, and it really works, and I understand why it works. It's marketed towards families and kids. Like,
it is.
If I am an 8-year-old child, I am enjoying the hell out of all of that shit. It is like sensory overload in that arena. Like, there's I fully admit, like, and like, I'll like be honest with you. Like, if I, God willing, if I ever have kids, right, and I bring them to a wrestling show, I'm probably gonna bring them to a WWE show before I bring them to an AEW show, and that's not even
more family oriented. You're right. Yeah,
I mean, it's not even about family oriented. I think like it's whatever. At both of them, oh, they said shit. Oh, they said fuck. It's more so like,
I say that.
Well, no, it's more so like, I mean, we both say that, but like it's more so like
that's what I'm saying. Even when I had kids, I'd say it.
Exactly, but it's like the experience is definitely more like there's just more going on, right? I think at a WWE show.
It is. It definitely is.
And that's just like the reality of it. AEW used to have that vibe. It just feels like over the past couple of years, it's gotten like pared back. Like I've been to a bunch of AEW shows, and it's just, I don't know. It just feels like the vibe is, oh my god, the vibe has been the feeling has been restored. Hello, Gumbo. How's Gumbo doing today?
He's a big shit, but he's good.
My boy is cooking over there. Trevor, what else you want to talk about today on this fine Tuesday evening?
You got time, brother?
Let's go. I got like 10 minutes. Let's do it.
Okay. We mentioned we talked around it. John Cena and Randy Orton.
I hear voices.
How you feel about it?
I'm fine with it.
Yeah, I think it's cool for the for the last ride. I think last go round, but I kind of feel like it's forced a little bit. But it it's interesting. I mean it's probably the main thing I'm gonna watch on Backlash. But I feel like it. I don't know. I feel like it's not organic type thing. You know what I mean?
It is. I mean, look, it's still better than the Pat McAfee versus Gunther. All right, like the bar is not that high.
Me and you wrestling would be better than Pat McAfee.
I promise you, Gunther's gonna get a solid match out of him. But then you're gonna have all these clowns be like, Did you see how good Pat McAfee was? He's a dog."
I mean, not taking anything away from Pat. Um,
Big brickhouse, son of a bitch.
um,
All right, back on track, Trevor. I'm sorry.
Big
Brickhouse, son of a bitch. Oh my God, holy,
who,
hoy, hoy.
Adam Cole got a decent
Yo,
match.
Pat McAfee just be making noises. He not even
No,
saying
he really
shit.
does, though.
He's like half
He
time.
sounds
He's
like a farm animal sometimes.
Mongo, look at that Gorma.
Dude, like the whole big SOB thing, like, dude, I literally had to like listen to him really well to understand what the hell he was saying because he was like, "Big, talk about." Look, I was like, "What? Did you have a stroke on national TV? What is wrong with you?"
bro, that main event was it Michael Cole? Oh, did you hear this call? I mean, sorry, we'll talk about the thing, but like, you hear this call by Michael Cole at the in the main event of Mania when Cody gave the crossroads to Travis Scott. And he said,
Oh, when he said,
he said, I get those goosebumps every time. And I'm like, bro, yo, cringe, corny shit.
I died laughing because it was absolutely hilarious, but it was terrible at the same time.
It took me out of bro.
I think I laughed because it was so corny.
It's so Michael Cole, man. He's back to like doing the corny thing that takes you out of the moment. It's crazy.
Yeah, he is. He definitely is.
But Randy Orton and John Cena, I'm fine with it. It's the last time we're gonna see these two wrestle, and based on that alone, I'm interested in it because it is the final time, man. Like it's part of our
it definitely is
part of our fandom, you know. So like for me, it's like more of a nostalgia thing than anything else, and that's what WWE is selling. They are selling nostalgia, and more power to them.
Yeah, I think it. Like I said, I felt like it was forced a little bit, but honestly, fans want to see it, especially in St. Louis. It makes sense. So
I get those goosebumps every time. WWE.
I was so mad at that.
Yeah. Yo. Actually, let's talk about Mongo passed away.
Yeah. Steve Mongo McMichaels. For you guys that don't know who that is, he was a former Chicago Bear. He played. He was a part of the team, the 1985 team that had that amazing defense. He was a commentator for WCW for a very long time. Him and his pet Chihuahua, who still to this day, that is some of the best commentating ever. Unfortunately, Mongo had ALS, and it progressed faster than most people thought. He'd been fighting it for years. Part of the reason why he stopped. One of the reasons why he stopped wrestling, and the fact that he just got old. I mean, he was old to be wrestling in the first place, honestly. But yeah, I mean, he passed away last what day was it? Last Tuesday, something like that.
Yeah, I think it was like either like Wednesday or Tuesday, something like that. Yeah, but
passed away.
Yeah.
Me and Omer have talked about him a couple times. Omer loved him in the ring. I got tickled watching him in the ring. Like, what do you think? In your opinion, what do you think Mongo's legacy is now that he's leaving in the ring?
I mean, legacy in wrestling is weird because So I mean, here's the thing. For me personally, and I think you would probably agree. I think Mongo's legacy is that he was it was insane that he was and I mean this in a good way. He was like, it's insane that he was like on WCW TV and as prominent as he was in the Four Horsemen. It's insane that he was that prominent for that long in that company. And it's not like he overstayed his welcome either. Like he was people are gonna say he was shit in the ring. I don't think he was dog shit. Like, bro, like this is a company that had the Renegade and like, you know, like all these other people in there, like Hulk Hogan was wrestling for this company. Let's not pretend like he was he was great in the ring. To me, Mongo's legacy is going to be that he was someone who respected the business of professional wrestling as a celebrity and came in and gave it the respect it deserved, which you don't really get from a lot of celebrities. And I think he crossed over to the point where at one point, like people were talking about him more for his wrestling than they were about his football legacy. And he's like a very high profile football player as well.
Yeah. I mean, he won a Super Bowl, didn't he? I believe
he was on that championship 85 Bears team. Yeah. One of the second greatest defenses in NFL history. Shout out to the 2000 Ravens.
I mean, I'm not getting into it because a lot of people would disagree with that.
No. People in the chat disagree. You're wrong. There's a reason I got purple in there, man.
The Ravens did have a hell of a defense that year. The year you're talking about, so I completely agree. But no, Mongo was weird for me, and it wasn't weird in a bad way. It was actually weird in a good way because like he kind of came out of nowhere. He literally just kind of came.
WCW just put him on TV. That's literally what happened.
Exactly. I mean, the same thing they did with Kevin Green. Like
dude, I forgot about Kevin Green.
A lot of people don't remember Kevin Green.
Shout out Kevin Green. He passed away too, didn't he?
I think he did a few years back, though. Actually,
yeah, he passed away in 2020.
Yeah, he did.
That's crazy. He wasn't even that old. He's 58.
Nah, he was sick too, though, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah,
but yeah, it's crazy. Like people forget that WCW was one of those companies that no matter what sport you played, no matter what walk of life you in, if you had any type of fanfare or any type of charisma, they give you a shot. And honestly, Kevin Green was a little low on the charisma level. I mean, it was fun watching him on TV, but Mongo had it, man. Like honestly, Mongo was the biggest ham you ever.
Good way he was a ham. He was a ham. That is
when Mongo walked into a ring, it may not be the best looking match, but you're gonna have fun watching it. And it was just one of those things where you're like, yeah, like he did something for wrestling. Like watching him did something for me. I mean, like for God's sake, like you said, he was at Four Horsemen. I mean, and Deborah McMichaels was in wrestling kind of because of him. But yeah, man, definitely saddened to hear his passing. My prayers go out to the McMichael family and his loved ones, children, and everything. Yeah, ALS, terrible disease.
Terrible, man. Yeah, shout out to Mongo, rest in peace. Shout out to his family. We got Brian in the chat here now. It's like, I heard they talking about me. Shout out to just Brian. Rose said, yes, I purchased that $40K ticket over a house. It's a true story, man. Look. Y'all are wild, bro. Brian did not purchase this $40K ticket. All right, let's be honest here. He did not purchase the $40K ticket. He was given this $40,000 ticket by Triple H because he works for WWE. He's on the payroll, of course.
He's a spy. Of course he is.
Bro, it's look. I'll give you the spectrum of WWE payroll, all right? We got did we freeze? I think we might have frozen. No, you're moving. Let me see if we're still moving on the stream. It froze on an OBS for me. I'm not sure. We're probably still fine, but let me I'll just check and make sure. Oh, damn, we frozen. We frozen. All right, hold up. Let me see if we can. No, they can hear us. We just frozen. Oh, we back. All right, I fixed it. I don't know what that was. But no, you see, like there's a spectrum of WWE representatives, right? Like You got like up top, you got like the Jobber Nation TVs. You got the Julian Weeks and like, the people who just like all up there. That one dude, I forgot his name, Alfred, whatever, like who's just insane, psychotic, whatever. And then you got right below him, Brian. Brian be on that, man. He'll distance himself in the moments where it's like, hey man, I can't even do this for respectability reasons. Like when Cody, like when Cody put his hands down. Like he was just like, all right, man, look, I can't be doing this. But Brian, no, shout out to Brian. He's not as bad as those guys, but like Brian's a good representative, He gets his shit off and he does his thing. Shout out to Brian. He's got a great a great 2K channel, by the way, guys. Go subscribe to Just Brian. Fantastic. One of my favorite young content creators out there, man. And you absolutely don't subscribe to Kenny Baum. Kenny Baum is an asshole.
I like Kenny.
That's what we don't like. Nah, let me shout out to Kenny Baum. Go subscribe to him too. And make sure you go subscribe to OT Graps, guys. YouTube.com/OT Graps. That's where you can find exclusive clips from the channel and so much more. Brian says, appreciate you fellas. Bro, I know you appreciate that paycheck that Triple H gives you even more though. Anyway. Hey, man, look, if Triple H paid me as much as he pays Brian, bro, you already know. Oh, you can't hear Trevor. Trevor, talk. Oh, no, we lost Trevor's audio? Oh, no, hold up. I can hear you. Hold up. I think this might be, is this on me? This might be on me. Let me see. Oh, man, the stream just cut off. Hold up.
Oh, wow.
Okay, you're back.
Hello?
All right, give me 1 second. I think we're back now.
Hello?
We're back. We're back. You can hear you. We're back.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah. We back. We back in this. Anyway. All right. Well, yeah, that's crazy. All right, man. Well, Trevor, what are you watching these days?
I need to catch up on Dark Side of the Ring. Just finished the show on Max called Pit. There's another documentary about the Von Erichs family too, if you guys want to check it out on Max. Besides the Iron Claw movie, which grab a tissue box. Yeah. Just miscellaneous stuff actually. How about you, man? And a lot of baseball and hockey, actually.
Man, I'm watching. Apparently, well, you know what? I'm not watching. My Cavs apparently whooped that ass. I didn't realize it was that bad.
They did. No, dude.
Imagine them boys coming to. I did it for the Rock.
I did it for the.
I did it for the people. I did it.
They're holding a candlelight visual for the Heat right now because of you.
Hey man, shout out to the Heat, bro. Shout out to the Heat. We gonna be. Hey man, look. Them tickets you gonna buy. You gonna be watching. You gonna be watching Mania with the Heat, bro. Up there. Anyway, all right. Well, this was a show. Trevor, any parting thoughts?
Not really. Guys, I guess. Hope you guys are happy. Hope you guys are healthy, safe. Hope you guys are doing some good stuff. Thanks for watching. Even though I don't know what this was.
This was, yeah. You know what? This was I like doing these types of episodes more often, where we just goof. I like the goof.
I like the goof.
The goof is fun. We should start a separate show called OT Goofs.
OT.
Where it's just like we get on the pod and we just like, all right, so like, what do you think about this shit? Nah, but like, what do you think about this shit?
How about this shit? Like that shit.
Leo Relic says, I watch AEW on places. I know you like to watch wrestling. We got Wall Street Money. Homer has zero aura or no aura, whatever. Man, whatever. Look, I don't pretend to have aura. All right, I'm just
204.
I'm like Roman Reigns. All right, I don't need this shit. I'm out. Oh man. All right. All right, Trevor, this has been fun. Guys, be sure to go over on Twitter and follow Trevor at TREVERTAINMENT. That is TREVERTAINMENT. Crazy. 4 years of OT Graps.
Jesus. Crazy as hell.
Crazy as hell, but he's still kicking, baby. Guys, go subscribe to youtube.com/OT Graps for all the exclusive stuff over there. Until next time, be happy, be healthy, and as always, keep it real.
Love those afar, hug those close. Enjoy the rest of your week, guys. Have some fun this weekend, and don't watch anything. I don't know.
Don't watch wrestling.
Don't watch wrestling. It's terrible.
Experience wrestling. Go take bumps at your local arena. All right, peace, guys.